His MVP. Golf swung, right field. Forget about it. Rangers strike first. Goes after the first one. Drills a high fly ball. Left center field. This game is tied. From Javier. Seager hits a high fly ball. Deep right field. A bomb into first. Drive. It's tied. Seager smashes the ball down the line. Goodbye. Now Seager to right center field, way back there. Gone again. Corey Seager does it again. It's Rangers win the World Series. The Willie Mays Most Valuable Player Trophy presented by Chevrolet. Is there any doubt? Corey Seager.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Right on Rangers Live, coming at you in the top of the ninth inning. Good guys up 5-2 in Sacramento. I'm not holding my breath here. This place has not always been the friendliest to Texas, but they sure are looking good right now. Jonah Heim, man, this is, I guess, like his home away from home. Torching his former team, 3 RBI for Heim time tonight. You love to see it. Jonah especially, man, just him having a nice game down the stretch. If he can even give you, 250 average the rest of the way, I think you'd take it. From where he's been this season, I think you would 100% take a 250 average from here on out. Jonah Heim, home run, sac fly, 3 RBI. Good for him. Good for him, man. Jack Leiter. Okay, it got interesting at times. Let's be honest. It got a little interesting at times. But Jack goes 6 innings. Yeah, the consistency, maybe down the stretch, we're starting to see the start. Something beautiful with Jack Leiter. We said it on the show yesterday. Leiter has got to step up and fill some pretty big shoes if the Rangers want a chance to play October baseball. Rowdy Tellez up, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Rowdy on the evening, 0 for 1. You look up and down the Rangers lineup. You got Josh Young with 3 hits. I think that stands out. Michael Hellman with the 2-run insurance blast a couple of innings ago. Rowdy hits a hard ground ball foul down the line. That was smoked, 95 off the bat. Got underneath the first baseman's glove, but foul ball. Look, Jonah Heim on first base at this point. Josh Smith led off the inning, striking out on a foul tip. Josh Smith 0 for 2 on the evening. He continues to have a bit of a rough go up at the plate. Bit of a rough go for Josh Smith up at the plate, man. It has not been a great month of August for him. Here's the pitch and another foul ball. We'll do it again. Lefty on lefty here. Yeah, that one was a close. They're showing the replay on the Rowdy foul ball. That was close. That was pretty close. I could see the argument either way for you to call that Rowdy Tellez foul ball a fair one. Here's the pitch. Another foul, man. What a quality AB here from the big guy. Quality AB. Josh Young, 3 for 4. Kyle Higashioka, he's playing on the West Coast. West Coast Higgy unlocked. Let's go. We read off the Kyle Higashioka home-away splits. It's crazy. The guy is abysmal at Globe Life and is an above-average hitter pretty much everywhere else. I don't know if that's a good thing, but at least you know when you need to be playing him. We're going to have ball number 2 here and another foul ball. So, look, pitch number 9 incoming here. That was right down the middle. Rowdy, kind of an excuse me check swing, and it goes foul. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. Hope you're having a good Friday night. Look, it's always a good night when the Rangers are at least threatening with the W. Dan, good to see you, my guy. Thanks for hanging out. Rowdy loses the battle here. He's going to whiff on a pretty nice off-speed pitch right on the outside black. Rangers down to their final out in the top of the ninth. Trying to add on maybe one more run here. That would be nice. Taking this one to the bottom half. Ninja, I think he's probably going to be out until the end of September. Maybe we'll get him back that last week of September, talking about Corey Seager. Maybe. But look, I absolutely think that the Rangers are going to have an uphill battle without him. Look, we're all having a great time with tonight's game. The 20-7 game was spectacular. It's going to be an uphill battle without Corey. Am I saying that they can't get it done? Absolutely not. But it's going to be an uphill battle. Mike Hellman up to bat right now, 1-1 count. I do think Seager comes back. Probably, like I said, you're thinking last week of September. I think you kind of got to see where the Rangers are at that point. If they're in the thick of it, I think you will probably see him. If not, obviously they're going to let off the gas there, let him ride into the offseason. Did I think Jack threw too many pitches? No. 6 innings pitched, you're in the 90s. No big deal on that. 6 innings pitched. What was he at? 97? Did he get to 97 tonight? 97. I think that is just fine. It's just fine. 2-2 to Hellman now. You're just glad Jack is getting to the 6th inning. You just have to be glad that Leiter is putting himself in positions to throw quality starts and give your bullpen a breather. I'll take 6 innings every time out of Jack Leiter. I do agree. There's been a couple of very high-quality starts in a row. I am definitely not, doing a 180 right now on Jack. I still think he's got a little bit of a road left. But this is a good start, a great start going into the month of September. Consistency. We've said it this whole time. I don't think you can say 2 starts, consistency. But I do think you build up 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now we're talking. We're cooking with gas. Dan, you must be the good luck jar, man. You must be. Swolger, my thoughts exactly. Comment is, by the way, on TikTok. Sorry, y'all can't see the YouTube comments. Hellman's going to foul off another one. They are making Basso work here. 24th pitch of the inning for him coming up. Mike Hellman 1 for 3 with the 2-run bomb earlier tonight. Yeah, look, keep on keeping on, Dan. We got to say, same thing. We made the video on Jack, and ever since that video came out, Jack has been on fire. We comboed that. Hellman sends one deep. Did he have number 2? It's at the wall, and it is caught at the wall. Wow. I thought Hellman had homer number 2 there. Caught at the wall. I really thought he got into home run number 2 of the evening. Look, you've seen better home run robs, but look, a home run rob is a home run rob. That might have hit top of the fence, actually, looking at replay, but it had a shot. It was going to be close. It really was. Yeah, Swolger, we said the same thing yesterday. We said the same thing just a little bit earlier. You got to have Leiter at least doing this. He doesn't have to do 7 innings, no earned runs, 10 Ks every time, but you got to have Leiter throwing more of these types of starts. 6 innings, 3 earned runs, 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 1 earned run. You've got to have Jack doing more of this 6-inning business. Good try, Hellman, for sure. Absolutely. Look, Swolger, you got the recipe. We've said what the recipe is for Texas all season long. It's getting outstanding pitching from your starters, and then it's scoring just enough runs. Look, tonight the Rangers get to 5. That's huge for them. That is huge for them. Try starting Hellman. At this point, I've been very, very vocal. You have got to start whoever is going to hit. Whoever is hitting needs to be starting. I know that peeves some Rangers fans to no end. Some Rangers fans hate the lineup changes. I'm not one of them. It really doesn't matter to me where guys hit as long as they're hitting. Mike Hellman, 1 for 4 with a walk, 2-run bomb. You look at other guys. Cody Freeman had a base knock tonight. Dylan Moore, new Ranger. Look, Seattle's trash is our treasure. Am I right? Seattle's trash at this point is our treasure. You look, Rowdy Tellez. Don't forget about Swaggerty. And now Dylan Moore. Hello. Like, we'll take it. You can't say the same the other way around. The Mariners went out, tried to get Leote, one-up us, and it didn't go so great. I think Leote is in Tacoma doing his thing, collecting that big league paycheck. Good for him. But, yeah, the Rangers absolutely have taken advantage of some of these Seattle DFAs, and I'm here for it. Armstrong, by the way, he is going to get the first out of the inning. Wyatt Langford crashes in, camps under it, and he gets Soderstrom to pop out. Armstrong is the guy I love in the 9th inning. I am glad to see the Rangers going to him. Really glad to see the Rangers going to him. Somebody said on TikTok, Garcia to close. No. They better not do the thing where they take out Armstrong to let Garcia get like the last out. Please no. Please no. Fly ball to right field. Wilson and Doley's there. Out number 2. Rangers are 1 away from making it 2 in a row. J.J. Bleday is on at this point to replace Thomas. Bleday 208, 675 OPS on the season. By the way, tomorrow another late night game, 7:05 Pacific time. Actually, no, 7:05 I think is that Eastern. I'll check that out. It's not a day game tomorrow. Not a day game. We'll check it out on the time. Late night baseball tonight. Good thing it's a Friday night holiday weekend. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I know some of y'all probably have to work over the weekend. I don't want to rub it in too much, but I am thankful to get a few days off in a row here. Get to watch some college football tomorrow. Hook 'em horns, baby. We're going to do a little Longhorns preview just for a second. And then we'll definitely be on tomorrow after the Longhorns game like we always are. We might go 2 lives tomorrow. We might go Longhorns live, Rangers live because of how the times work out. You've got the Longhorns playing. Wow, the Longhorns are playing early on for me, 9 a.m. The Rangers don't play till 7 o'clock out here in Vegas. So we might have to go a couple of lives tomorrow. Hook 'em horns, though, baby. Ryan, it's all good. Look, I've said it all baseball season. Whether you are a Horns diehard or a Horns hater, show up tomorrow, baby. We'll have some fun talking college football. Right? We'll have a lot of fun talking college football all fall. Cowboys will be here in a second. Again, whether you're a Cowboys hater or you bleed silver and blue, man, show up. Let's have some fun hanging out, talking NFL, talking college football right around the corner. I'm excited. Very excited. All right, 2-2-2. Bleday. Here's the pitch. Oh, I think you could have probably rung him up on that one, but it was not meant to be. It looked like one you probably ring him up on. Dan, yes, and you know what? I got a reel coming out at some point, either late tonight or early tomorrow on the Micah Parsons trade. We talked about it yesterday. You know what? The more that comes out, I'm actually really surprised the Cowboys were able to keep so much internal about Micah Parsons. And you know what? There's always hit pieces that come out in moments like this, both on the team, the Cowboys, and also Micah Parsons. And the report that I saw today on Parsons, by the way, ball 4 here, Armstrong, not ideal. Probably got robbed of a strike 3 call earlier, but Butler coming up to bat at this point. Now the news coming out, Albert Breer, Sports Illustrated, reporting that pretty much from the bottom up, that there were some players in the locker room that were not big Micah Parsons fans, and there were some players that did not like the podcast, and it went all the way up to Dak. Hearing stuff like that, it doesn't shock me. I always kind of, at least the last 2 seasons, viewed Parsons as a bit of a diva. And look, normally that's reserved for the wide receivers, but I'm actually okay with the move. I'm okay with it. I don't think that the Cowboys, made out like bandits. I don't think that on the other side, it was a robbery for the Packers. You gave up 2 first-round picks. Sure, they may not be as valuable as what you'd like, depending on how the Packers do. You got Kenny Clark, a very reliable defensive tackle, and you didn't have to pay $47 million a year to a defensive player. I'm sorry. $47 million a year. You're talking quarterback money for a defensive player. Also with Parsons, it's coming out in this same Albert Breer Sports Illustrated article. It's coming out that Parsons wasn't listening to coaches, was just kind of freestyling out there at times. Did y'all read this? A really good Sports Illustrated article by Albert Breer, who I followed for a while and enjoy his content. It just, kind of blows my mind, honestly. Like, Micah definitely has had some big games. The sacks are there in the regular season, but freestyling, not going with the defensive schemes, just kind of doing your own thing, and you're whiffing in playoff games, especially that Packers game 2 years ago where the Cowboys got embarrassed in Dallas against the Packers. Stuff like that, man. I just am like, I'm okay with the trade. I really am. I'm not saying it's the best trade ever. I'm not saying that, that the Cowboys are geniuses for how it played out. I think ideally you went and you signed Parsons a couple years earlier if you wanted to extend him. But at this point, being the price what it was, I'm not paying $47 million for Micah Parsons. That's quarterback money, man. It's quarterback money. Yikes. We keep rolling. Hey, 5-2 right now. 2-2-2. Butler up. Here's the pitch. Ball in play. Looks like it's going to be caught. Josh Young underneath it in foul territory. Gloves it, and the Rangers are going to win their second in a row. Cue the I Like Texas music. Rangers fans, if you're in Sacramento, blast that thing right now. And hello, win column, baby. Hey, look, and the Mariners lose. It's a big game. The Mariners lose. You gain a game on Seattle. Huge. Big win. And this has been a house of horrors for Texas. Anytime they come up here to the Northwest, it's been a house of horrors. The Rangers get a much-needed dub in Sacramento over the A's. And now you head into Saturday with an opportunity to win the series with Merrill Kelly on the bump. I love it when we go into these starts, when we go into these series. You win the first game, and then you got an ace on the mound the very next time out. I love it. Like when it's DeGrom Day coming up, when it's Evo coming up, and you win that first game of a series, and you've got an ace on the mound coming up next. Look, nothing is a foregone conclusion in the game of baseball. It's why it's a beautiful game. But you love your chances with Merrill Kelly towing the rubber tomorrow night. It'll be another late night right on Rangers. It'll be fun. We're going to probably do 2 lives tomorrow, just FYI. We'll probably hop on fourth quarter of the Longhorns game, and we'll do a little bit of live play-by-play color commentary on the Texas Longhorns versus the Ohio State Buckeyes at the Horseshoe. And we are then going to probably do a live late night for the Rangers and A's. It is going to be a busy day of football. We are here for it. But tonight, let's celebrate Texas still having a shot. I mean, look, I know that a lot of people have questioned this team's heart over this season, myself included. You've had all these big wins at different times in the year, and the Rangers, many a game would just do nothing with it. You have this big emotional come from behind dub, and then the very next time out, you look flat as all get out, man. And you just kind of wondered, with the Evo news, with the Corey Seager news, was this team going to throw in the towel, and were they going to just quit on the season? And they haven't to this point. Now, do I think that eventually there's going to be some times where the rubber hits the road? You don't have Corey Seager. You're playing some teams that are a little bit higher end Yes, I do. You're playing the A's, and look, the Guardians, even though the Guardians are, look, what, a game above 500, they're not trash. You're not playing an elite team in Cleveland, nor are you playing an elite team in the Sacramento A's, or whatever we're calling them these days, just the Athletics. This isn't really a true test, is my point. Let's enjoy it. The Houston series, I think, is going to be the test. What are we going to do against the Astros? I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I think we got to win this series. You got to win the Diamondback series, but the Astros series, I think, is going to be the tell. I think the Astros series will absolutely be the tell. That being said, don't get ahead of ourselves. You got to win against Diamondbacks, and you have to win against the A's here in Sacramento over the next 2 days. You definitely have an opportunity to do something special, but you have to take care of business against these teams that are lower tier, knocked out of the playoffs. And then you go into that Houston series, hopefully right around. What would be ideal is you're in the driver's seat. You're a game or two behind. Maybe by a miracle, you are right there tied, win a playoff spot if you win a bunch of games in a row. Maybe Seattle loses 2 or 3. We win 2 or 3 in a row, and you're right there. Got to take care of business Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Have to. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. I need to see the Houston series before I really start going crazy with the hope and with the believing. I got to see the Houston series. Do I think that there's a chance? Yes. If that's what you're wanting to know tonight, the answer is yes. There is a chance. Before I really can know, I got to see the Houston series. You've got to finish 2 games out here in Sacramento. You have to do 3 in Phoenix against a lesser Diamondbacks team that is clearly not going anywhere. And you've also then got to go back home and you got to take on the Houston Astros in the Lone Star Showdown. Silver Boot. Lone Star Showdown, I guess, is technically Horns and Ags, but you know what? Shoot. It's going to be a pretty big deal that weekend. Pretty big deal. Especially depending on where Houston's at. Mike, I'm with you on this one. I'm going to get back to some comments on YouTube, but I'm with you on this one. I joked, like, have you ever been more excited to see the lefty starter lineup be deployed? I mean, I would just totally be disgusted every time they would release the left-handed starting pitching lineup. And now I almost clamor for it. Like, I would rather see it than the righty lineup at this point. Because at least, you know, Cody Freeman's going to be in the mix. Hellman, shoot, he's going to be in the mix. You know, Zeke Duran is going to be in the mix. It's this righty lineup now, all of a sudden, I feel like it's having the trouble. Yeah, they're definitely important, Antonio. No, by no means am I saying or advocating for overlooking the Diamondbacks or the A's. You got to take care of business. My point is this. The belief becomes a lot more real if you can win 2 out of 3 against Houston or sweep the series. Sweeping the series is not going to be easy against a team like the Astros, a rival, a team of quality. But if you can win 2 out of 3 against Houston, you'll have me believing. You'll have me believing. But I need to see that series. Let's see how the rest of this roadie plays out. It's off to a good start. There's still 5 games left to be played. Let's see what happens. But great win tonight. Ultramodern, I disagree. I think the lefty lineup is actually looking serviceable. I mean, look, name value, name brand, absolutely not. It's not anything that a casual fan is going to look at and be pumped to watch. That being said, I do think that the lefty lineup is above suck level at this point. Sweep would be huge, 100%. 100%. Ninja Edits, Josh Smith is messed up. Yeah, we talked about Josh. I mean, we can go to the stats right now. Let's go ahead and do it. And I don't want to rag on Smitty. I already put out the reel, hoping that it would jumpstart him. So far, no good, man. It might be a rare Right on Rangers L. We dropped the Josh Smith vid. We were hopeful that it would jumpstart things. You can't do it every single time. But look, Josh Smith is hitting 174 in his last 7 games. Josh Smith is hitting 180 in his last 15 games. Josh Smith has a 468 OPS in his last 15 games. This is not good. Are we going to see bro in the lineup spot, in the leadoff spot tomorrow? Is that what's going to happen? Because at this point, that's kind of what it's been. Yeah, dude's hitting sub 500 OPS over his last 15 games. Let's keep batting him leadoff, baby. Let's keep doing it. I don't get it. I do not get it. I would love to see the Rangers mix it up a little bit. And look, I don't know who is on the bump tomorrow for the A's. I'll have to look it up. I know we got Merrill Kelly going. We're going to check it out right now, seeing if we got lefty starter, righty starter tomorrow. If you know, let me know. Saturday, August 30th. Scroll it. Barnett, right-handed pitcher. No stats. See, is this like his first start or something? Are we about to get a first start here? Let's see. Looks like it. We got a guy making his major league debut tomorrow. How about that? Major league debut for Mason Barnett, righty tomorrow. So we're going to see that that righty lineup back in action. I wonder if Josh Smith will be leading off. Look, Richie, I do think wild card is a definite possibility. Let's see where Fangraphs has us right now. I don't know if Fangraphs is updated with the playoff odds after tonight, but let's see. Why not? Let's see. Rangers, by the way, now 2 games above 500. Does not look like Fangraphs is updated yet with the 69th win. We're still 68-67 on Fangraphs right now. Before the win, 5.4% chance to make the playoffs were the Texas Rangers. So you're saying there's a chance. Man, they are doing, I'm watching the Rangers Sports Network postgame right now. They're doing Jared dirty. They're doing my boy Jared Sandler dirty right now, putting Murph Dog right next to him. Like, Murph is like a head above Jared right now. I don't know if any of y'all are watching this. They need to give my boy Jared something to stand on. Don't do my guy like that. Come on. Murph is a freaking giant right now. Nothing but love to Jared, by the way. Y'all know I love Jared. Think he's awesome. Does a great job. They are doing him wrong. Standing him next to big old Murph right now. Justin, am I right? I mean, give the man something. To give the camera work, make the camera guy work a little bit here. Come on. Seriously. Oh, man. We keep rolling. Yeah, Marcus, that's what I'm saying, man. Help him out some way, somehow. Antonio, I wonder that too. I didn't see it on MLB.com. Sometimes on Baseball Ref they have it. Yeah, Jeremy, what could go wrong, right? Good to see you, my guy. Yeah, we're facing a pitcher making his debut tomorrow with a 6+ ERA in AAA. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Surely the Rangers are going to put up double digits tomorrow against a AAA pitcher with a 6+ ERA. Antonio, what happened, my guy? If I missed it in the Discord, by the way, I'm sorry. What happened, dude? How did you break it? What happened? I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Prayers up for you. Hope you get better soon. But, man, the broken bones, you take for granted, man. When you break a bone, all of a sudden it's like you just take for granted the little things. You really do. When you're fully healthy and you don't have those things going on. Marcus, well said. He's either going 7 shutout or giving up 7. It does feel like that. Either we're going to get like a very low scoring, it's 1-0 in the 5th inning, or the Rangers are going to open up the floodgates. It does feel like that, 100%. What's Texas' magic number on wins? Man, I don't know. Don't know. I'm trying not to look at stuff like that yet. I know that their chances are going to be closer to double digits. Right now, they're a little over 5% on Fangraphs to make the playoffs. We'll see. Yes, sir. Marco, hook 'em horns, baby. We'll see what they got tomorrow. 11 a.m. Horns, Buckeyes. Little rematch of the semifinal from last year. What a game that was. I mean, look, I know it ended up being a 2-touchdown game. I mean, the Horns were literally 2 yards away from tying that ball game. And then it just totally went sideways. What a game that was. Depressing ending, obviously, if you're a Longhorns fan, but college football got this one right. I mean, win or loss tomorrow, they got this one right. I'm not sure. There's been a few games of this magnitude, I feel like, that have kind of kicked off the college football season. But this feels like one of the biggest ones in a long, long time. Like, I remember, I don't know if you guys do, when you had Texas and you had Vince Young and VY and you had Horns going into the horseshoe with him. They ended up winning it. And look, you had the home and away, that 2-game set back in, 05, 06. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. I don't know if it's a perfect comp, but that's the first thing I think of when I think of this regular season matchup with Ohio State. I believe it was in 05, the championship year, 05, 06, right around there, that you did have the Horns going on the road and getting a win in the horseshoe. We'll see what happens. We will see. I'm excited. College football is upon us. Antonio, yeah, shoot. Sorry to hear that, my guy. Yeah, you're right at home at Globe Life with all the guys sitting on the bench injured. Right at home. Hey, Manny, appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. Let's see. What would I think about a concede rule after the 8th inning to prevent the 20-3 game sitch? Yeah, I think that they are probably going to play around with it at some point. I do think, as much as sometimes you and I love when a position player gets a chance to pitch, because look, if you played ball, you know the feeling when a guy comes in who's not normally a pitcher and the game is lopsided one way or another. Everybody kind of loves it. It's either funny or it's just an opportunity. Like, a guy might have been talking up how good of a pitcher he is. This would happen all the time when I played. You get a position player talking a big game like he can pitch, and then everybody's kind of excited almost in a way to see, what do you got? You've been talking. You've been running your mouth. What do you got up on the mound? Let's go. So I think that the players probably enjoy it a little bit, but I think in other ways MLB sees it as a bit of an eyesore. I'm actually kind of curious to see, are they going to ever do anything about it in the coming years to prevent the position players from getting up on the mound and, really inflating some of these results at the end? Mike, Texas Tech Natty run starts tomorrow. You never know, man. With this expanded playoff system, you just never know. JBJ, stay in Florida. Do not return home. Stay in Florida, my guy. Good to see you, man. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate all the comments. TPT, you might be onto something. I just wonder, are they going to say something like, integrity of the game, the history of the game? We've never done it. The stats, the numbers, baseball, so stat number oriented and driven. You just wonder if they would be open to something like that. I mean, you remember the doubleheader in COVID? The doubleheaders were only 7 innings, and everybody was kind of like, it shortens it up a little bit. And then that went away. They did not agree. They could not agree on the doubleheader 7-inning rule. So I get a little bit skeptical. If you didn't, or if you couldn't pass the 7-inning doubleheader rule, are you really going to pass anything like what we're talking about with like a mercy rule? I don't know. Heim finally do something was awesome, Marcus. I am 100% with you. Heim dominating was incredible. I'm happy that he does it against his former team. And we pulled the numbers. Heim is a pretty good hitter against the A's. He plays well, and he likes to play against the A's, his former team. You know who else likes to play The Oakland A's, the Sacramento A's, Marcus Semien. It's too bad Semien can't be playing in this series. Bro torches the Athletics every time he plays them. I think he had a home run last time he played them in Arlington when we were up here, in April. He had an outstanding series as well. Marcus loves playing the Athletics. It's a shame that he's not available right now. Yeah, I think 5-7 would definitely be ideal. I mean, let's think about it. You're up 2 games over 500 right now. You've got 5 games remaining. So what you would have to go you'd have to go 4-1 over the next 5 games to make that happen. You'd have to go 4-1. So you can afford 1 loss in this scenario. And if you go 5-0, now you are a definitive 6 games over 500, 7 games over. That would be incredible. It'd be incredible. Jeffrey, I sure hope so, man. By the way, any of y'all Horns fans, we will be back tomorrow, 4th quarter, to talk Horns and to give y'all the live play-by-play colored commentary, just like we do for the Rangers. And then we will be post-game taking comments, probably taking a lot of trash talk. We definitely had some back and forth last year in the college football chat, man. 100%, especially in the Ohio State game. I tell y'all, it becomes something a little bit different here. I mean, look, you still get the same vibes from me, no doubt. You definitely get the same exact vibes from me, but you get the crazies coming out sometimes when you start turning the calendar to college football and NFL season. I hope Arch does prove it. I really do. I think there's been so much overrated talk. It almost doesn't feel like it can be true. When I hear so many people take a side, I mean, the oppositionist in me just wants to go the opposite direction anyways, but I always feel like when the public is really heavy on one side, it just feels like it's rare that it actually works out. And there's a lot of haters. So, how much is it just hate? How much is it actual analysis? People really think Texas is overrated or Arch is overrated. I think they've got an incredible defense. Defenses do travel very, very well. And yes, Arch is young. He's inexperienced. But the reality is he's played at probably one of the toughest environments to play in. That's Kyle Field in College Station. Got to give them respect. We don't enjoy the Aggies having a lot of success in any sport, but we can give credit where it's due. They packed that stadium, and it is one of the loudest, most raucous environments in all of college football. I don't think there's any denying that, even if you are the biggest homer diehard Horns fan. I must admit, it is an atmosphere. It is a vibe at that stadium. But I think if Arch can handle that, and he had a nice couple of plays in that game, I think bro is going to be able to handle the horseshoe. I'm not too worried about him getting too nervous or over his skis. I genuinely think he is going to have a pretty decent game. I think they're going to do things. Sark is going to scheme things up to get his feet wet, have him just get into the flow and rhythm of the game. I think the Horns surprise some people. I do. Am I guaranteeing a victory? No. But I think it is going to be a great game. And I see the Horns pulling it out. I do. I don't know if I'm going to say 10, but I think the Horns pull it out tomorrow. We keep rolling. Appreciate all y'all hanging. Let me see what else we got in the comments. What else we got? Jacob deGrom is due for a win because the Rangers' record is 1-7. The last 8 games that he's pitched in. What? 1-7 the last 8 games that Jacob deGrom has started. That is wild. Man, that's wild. Hopefully that's true. Yeah, look, Mike, I think you're actually right on this. A couple years back, Woody was pissed at Tatis for doing the 3-0 home run grand slam thing. I don't know. I think a lot is softening on that at this point. I think that there's a lot that's changed in the game of baseball since the late 90s, early 2000s. I don't think a whole lot of people are super worried about swinging green light 3-0 and you're up big. I think it's whatever. Hey, Daniel, appreciate that, man. Appreciate the kind words. We do our best. And it is about to get real with college football and NFL starting up soon. Rangers are always going to be our top priority. Look, I love the Cowboys. I love the Longhorns. I love the Mavericks. Rangers are the first love, and we'll get the first priority here on the show. But when football season starts tomorrow morning, we will start doing our Longhorn shows. We'll start doing our Cowboy shows, and then everything in between. So it's going to be busy here for about a month, and hopefully a little bit longer than a month if the Rangers can somehow, some way find a spot in October baseball. Yeah, Arch is not overrated. Hurricane, I'm with you on that. I just don't see it. I think he showed you flashes. Yes, last year he was learning. They had limited plays in specific packages for him. Dude has had a whole offseason to visualize it. He's had a whole offseason to work with Sark. Sark has had an entire offseason to scheme up plays for Arch in this system. Arch and Quinn Ewers, it's a different skill set. It's a different skill set. Not that Quinn Ewers was holding you back per se. Dude's an NFL quarterback. Like, I think Quinn had his shortcomings, no doubt, but it's going to be a little bit of a different offense. I am excited to see what Arch has tomorrow. I really am. Appreciate all of the comments, guys. Y'all are great. We are talking about a Rangers win, doing a little bit of chatter about college football tomorrow. How could you not? I mean, how could you not? You got college games going on last couple of days. All is right with the world. And the Rangers winning. That statement couldn't be truer. All is right with the world. You had a number of big performers tonight. Look, you did have some goose eggs. Duran, Langford, Garcia, and then a couple of guys coming off the bench, Ofer. But Josh Young and Higgy combined for 5 hits total. Michael Hellman, Jonah Heim each hit a 2-run dinger. Rangers take this one 5-2. You had Jack Leiter getting his 9th win of the season. Hobie Milner, the GOAT, pitching an inning and a third. Armstrong pitches an inning and 2/3. Lowers that ERA to 2.43. And Armstrong gets his 5th save of the year. Good for him, man. Good for the Rangers. Tomorrow's game, we're going to get into a little bit as well. Tomorrow, Merrill Kelly on the bump. Let's get into that preview real quick. First, I want to say a special thank you to all of my paid subscribers, paid members on TikTok and on YouTube as well. And look, thank you so much for everybody that's shown up, watched the show. It's late, I know, in some parts. We're after midnight Texas time right now. But thank you for keeping the show fresh with the good quality comments. And look, I can't say thank you enough for all of the little ways that you support the channel. The likes on the live, the likes on the show, the watch time, everything adds up. And I greatly appreciate it. A couple months ago, I did start up a paid subscription, a paid monthly subscription for anyone wanting to take their support to the next level. Maybe you've been watching for a while. You love what we're doing here on the show. You want to support me in the content I create. And you want to also get access to our exclusive Ride on Rangers Discord channel, which has been incredible over the last couple of months. It's a great community. Highly recommend. Of course, I'm a little bit biased, but I know that some of the paid members and subscribers would back me up on this. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, bottom left corner of your screen. Become a monthly paid member or subscriber on TikTok or YouTube. And then right after the show, we get you into the Discord. Everything goes to support me and the content that I produce as I continue to try and grow this channel, grow this account bigger and bigger into a legitimate voice in not only Texas Rangers baseball, but in Longhorns football, Cowboys football, and Dallas Mavericks basketball as well. Thank you so much for, like I said, all the ways that you guys support. Appreciate you considering a monthly subscription. We will get that link into the chat for all my people on YouTube and X. and we are going to get right into this preview, y'all. I'm excited for tomorrow's game. I really want to see the Horns come out with their hair on fire, and I would love to see the Rangers double it up and Merrill Kelly dialing up one of his patented shutout performances. I'm speaking it into existence right now. I'm just throwing it out there. All right, let's get into the game for tomorrow. So we've got Saturday, late night baseball once again. We've got a 9:05 Texas Rangers versus Athletics start. Look, neither team really has a lot of ABs. You got Blade 0 for 3, Langoliers 0 for 3, and Rooker 0 for 3. So Merrill Kelly has not given up a hit to anybody on the A's roster, and no Ranger has faced Barnett. Maybe you got a couple of guys that have seen Barnett in AAA perhaps, but nobody has faced him in a major league at bat. Dakota, I love that. I am not going to hold my breath on 17, but I love the enthusiasm, my guy. I would gladly take it. Justin, appreciate that, man. Thank you for the backup. Appreciate you supporting the show as well, my guy. And look, around the league, let's wrap it up. Around the league tonight, we already talked about the Mariners dropping a game. That's huge. Absolutely huge. You look at some of the other teams in the AL West, of course, Angels, Astros beating up on each other right now. Astros did get the win 2-0. Angels, I got to think, are officially down for the count. If they had any hope, I can't say, looking at their record right now, you'd have to win, 18 of your next however many. It would be ridiculous if they were able to find their way out of this one. I doubt it. Astros, though, go 15 games above 500. Yordan Alvarez back and already making an impact, but I don't think any of us are really super shocked by that. Royals lose. Guardians did win today over the Mariners. Look, Guardians can beat up on Seattle as much as they want. If we could get the Angels winning a couple of games, that would be huge. But those are the immediate results at this point. We are going to check out the standings. We've already kind of gotten into that a little bit, but let's check out the standings, see where the Rangers are at, and then I'll take final comments and questions before we wrap up for the night. Texas, 6.5 games out in the AL West. 6.5 games out. They move up to 3.5 games out of the wild card. They have they've got the Royals sitting ahead of them, and then, of course, the Mariners sitting ahead of them as well. We know because of the tie breaks, I mean, really, this is a little bit of a bigger deficit, right? You've got the Royals with a tiebreaker, and so you're a half game behind them. So, look, you win, you're going to leapfrog them. But with the Mariners, you almost at this point are 4.5 games out, make it 5. So you have got to put together some winning streaks while the Mariners lose some games. We're not talking rocket science here. This is stuff a lot of y'all I know already know. But we will be doing a lot of scoreboard watching here over the next couple of weeks. That's for sure. Appreciate the follow, man. Armand, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I got to definitely say this. I feel like the best shot is obviously the wild card, but crazier things have happened. You're only, at this point, 6 games out, and you've got games against the Astros in your back pocket. You never know. You really don't. Crazier things have happened. But yes, I think all of us look at the wild card a little bit more than we do the AL West. That's for sure. Astros are inevitable. Come on, man. Don't recycle Ben Verlander content. Let's go. Astros are inevitable. Come on now. We got to get our own material here. Astros, by the way, if they're so inevitable, why have they flamed out of the postseason the last 2 years? Just curious. If the Astros are so inevitable, why have they flamed out 23-24. Astros lost to the Tigers last year. Lost to the Rangers the year before. But they're inevitable. Okay. Whatever you need to go to sleep at night, my guy. Whatever you need. I'm with you. Just got to believe. Got to believe. You got to take care of business against these teams, though, that are absolutely out of it. The A's are out of it. The Diamondbacks are out of it. You have got to put together some streaks against these two teams. Have to. Let me keep going here. Fan of the Micah trade? Yeah, I think I would say if you had to give yes or no, yeah, I would say yes. I'm not at all on the other side. I think Micah had run its course. You didn't sign him. You probably should have signed him a couple years ago. Micah, as good as he was in the regular season, never really made a huge impact in big games that you had to have. I'm thinking about games against San Francisco. I'm thinking about playoff games against the Niners. I'm thinking about the most recent playoff game 2 years ago where we hosted the Packers and got embarrassed. I'm okay with it. $47 million to Micah, doing his own thing, freestyling out there, not really paying attention to the defensive schemes, just doing what he thinks works best. Stuff like that, I can see why they wanted to trade him and just start fresh. The podcast was rubbing teammates the wrong way. I'm just not shocked, y'all. I'm really not. I'm not shocked. Am I right, though? It is Ben Verlander content. The Astros are inevitable. Bro has championed it. I'll give it to him. But everybody else repeating it over and over, come on. Come on now. It'd be like somebody adopting God Bless and Go Rangers. You would automatically be like, that's right on Rangers. That's right on Rangers. You would automatically say that. Come on now. It's the same thing with the Ben Verlander content. Astros are inevitable. Inevitably, they crash out in the playoffs. Let's go with that. Tigers last year. Rangers the year before. Let's go. Matthew McConaughey is absolutely going to be on the sideline. 100% he'll be on the sideline. You know it. All right. Let's go. I'm so excited for tomorrow's game. Both of them. Rangers and Longhorns. Seriously. Langford, Carter, Hellman would be a great outfield next year. I don't think that they're going to go with Hellman. I think they'll keep him as kind of maybe a secondary piece. I can't imagine that they are, propping up the leg rest and the lazy boy with Mike Hellman saying, yeah, we're good. I think they're going to be a little bit more proactive than that if I had to guess. I really do. Really do. Tomorrow's going to be awesome. Tomorrow is going to be awesome. Really. You are going to have early morning outstanding football, and then you got late night action with Texas playing. Phenomenal. Yeah, Hurricane, I'm with you. I don't want to go too far the other direction. Ideally, I think that the Cowboys try and extend him sooner and don't have to even get to this $48 million a year. The reality is, with taxes and all that stuff, I don't really think Micah is getting that big of a pay raise. Maybe $1 million, maybe a couple. I don't think it's anything crazy. I feel like it's going to be a long-term L for him, personally. Maybe a short-term win. You got what you wanted. But I feel like it's going to be a bit of a long-term L for Micah Parsons. I don't wish anything poor on him. If he's playing the Cowboys, I'm absolutely not cheering for him. But I don't want to see him fail in his career. But look, I don't think anybody would be shocked if it happened. And look, being a Cowboy for life, there's a lot of advantages to that. Hate them or love them, the Cowboys, the most valuable franchise in all of sports. This isn't me just throwing this out there. Forbes has done multiple studies on this. They're the most valuable franchise in all of sports. You can't tell me playing for the Cowboys versus playing for the Green Bay Packers is the same thing or does the same thing for you in terms of notoriety, in terms of your personal brand, in terms of money-making opportunities with endorsements. Micah's awesome, but you can't tell me that he didn't benefit a lot from the Cowboy brand. Absolutely he did. Keep rolling. Just got out of the game traffic. Reverence, you went? That's awesome. Rangers dub. Love it. Absolutely. It's a great night. Real good night. Astros losing would have made it even sweeter, but the Mariners taking the L, the Rangers gaining a game in the wild card is everything. That's right. Lee Corso last time on College Game Day. I might have to set the alarm and get up early for that one. Seriously. Lee Corso, College Game Day. All right, then. All right. Hey, like I was telling everybody, tomorrow for the game, fourth quarter, we're going to try and go live. Try and give y'all the best live play-by-play color commentary we can. Take comments, take questions. Post-game analysis will be there as well. And then later on, late night, we will be doing Texas Rangers versus the A's and hopefully talking about a series win, a Merrill Kelly gem, Michael Hellman hitting a home run for his second game in a row. I don't know. What else y'all want to see tomorrow night? Let's throw it out there now, right now. But it's going to be a great day for sports. Outstanding day for sports. Gio, you're right. Boston and Kansas City lost. I mean, if Houston would have lost, this would have been like a clean sweep, honestly. Hellman was great. Reverence, he was great. He did an outstanding job. Like I said, you're almost starting to enjoy the lefty lineup a little bit more than the righty lineup. Rangers going to be facing a AAA right-hander tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes, man. No updates yet on the Rangers playoff odds on Fangraphs. I'd imagine overnight those are probably going to get done if I had to guess. Actually, nope, they're done. 7%. Lucky number 7. Rangers have a 7% chance of making the playoffs according to Fangraphs. A 6% chance to clinch the wild card. A 0.8% chance to win the division. So you're saying there's a chance. Lucky number 7, 7%. Still got a 0.1% chance to win the World Series. Okay, I'll take it. I will take it. I would love to still be able to cash my Rangers future bet. I think we had to go $60 to win 1,000 this year. I am still holding out hope. Still got the ticket. Not ripping it up quite yet. You never rip up tickets until it's over. Never. Appreciate all y'all. You've been great tonight. We are going to start heading towards getting packed up for the evening. Like I said, tomorrow, feel like Texas time. It'll probably be something like 1:30 maybe. 1:30-ish Texas time. If you're hanging out watching the game at home, get on the phone. See if you got that live notification. We'll try and do fourth quarter, maybe 10 minutes to go, something like that. Maybe 10 minutes to go, maybe start of the fourth quarter. And then we will we'll go right into our post-game show. Then for the game, it'll be a similar time, think like 9:30-ish my time, 11:30-ish your guys' time for Rangers. It's going to be another late night. Sunday, we got the day game. But tomorrow, another night game in Sacramento. Should be good stuff. Hey, Reverence, appreciate it. 0.1. Jorge, 0.1. 0.10. There's a chance, man. There is a chance. Hey, appreciate all y'all. Hey, if you haven't followed yet, hit that follow button, man. What are we doing here? Come on. Let's do this again tomorrow night. A lot of fun. Y'all were great. If you have not liked the live yet, do so on your way out. Tap that screen a couple of times if you're on TikTok. And if you're on YouTube, hit that like button. I know it might not seem like a big deal, but it helps get our show out there to other people. Appreciate all of you guys hanging out. We have a great day planned for y'all tomorrow. We're probably going to be putting out a couple of videos. Cowboys, Micah Parsons videos dropping. I know I keep saying that, but we're really doing it. I think I'll have a Longhorns video out tomorrow before the game as well. So it's going to be busy here over the next 10, 11 hours, but we are going to get it done. And I am very, very excited about it. Again, thank you for the support, y'all. Really, really appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your Friday night. And as I always say to end every show, God bless and go Rangers.